What is up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Alright, so today we're going to talk about the car. As you can see, she's finally back. We're going to talk about Diablo Formula Racing, and we're going to talk about generally modifying your car. There's pros and cons to modifications, and there's also pros and cons to Diablo Formula Racing. Let's talk about it, but first, the sounds of America. Oh, yes, so as you can see, guys, it's super fucking loud now. So I got wide open headers. There's no exhaust on this car anymore. Of course, only for Mexico use. You just saw the other modification. Good old nitrous bottle here. She's not hooked up yet. You can see the valve still here, but I've got the kit. And it's ready to go. So I just got to get it installed, but I'm not going to allow Andy to do that, and I'll explain why later in this video. First, let's go over the modifications that I've done to this car. So I bought this car, and this is a 2016 Dodge Challenger with a 392 Hemi in it. Sounded great, was really fast, you know, all the great stuff. It has this really nice interior with this beautiful steering wheel and the controls on each side. It's very displayed well up here, actually, with your gauges and your center screen. I love this infotainment system. It's huge. It really is. You know what? Let's open this up, get a little bit of light. There we go. Nice entertainment system. I love the way that this is laid out with all your controls for both sides, air conditioning and everything. You got the radio control here and all that nonsense. Automatic, yes, it's an 8-speed. Now, all right. With the 15 and up, I'm sorry, they came up with the new 8-speed Triptonic transmission, and it's so much better than the 5-speed. I love it, and anybody else that has one of these is going to agree that it's 10,000 times better than the 5-speed. It shifts beautifully. It's just nice overall. So I love these seats. You know, you guys have seen these seats in my videos before with the double. You got the leather on the outside and the suede leather on the inside and the embroidered B. So again, back to my list. I started my modifications with a mid-muffler delete. I saw some videos and I was like, all right, I'm going to do that because I want it to sound a little bit better than it does. And who doesn't, you know? Did that, and then I did the rear mufflers. And honestly, it's a disease. You know, you see other vloggers and they'll say the kind of the same thing. But for me, it started with exhaust. Most people say it starts with a cold air intake, which brings me to my next point. And if we get out of the car here, up under the hood, I do have a cold air intake system. That would be an air raid system. How's it going? We've got some things going on down here. These are painted, and if you come on, you can see we've got a little bit of wear, but mind you, it's been a little while since I've done it, so we got to do that again. But this is simple. They come off. It's rated for, I believe, something ridiculous, 1200 degrees, and it gets pretty hot under here. So over time it's gonna wear, but you know, that's kind of normal. If we come over here, you're gonna kind of get a better view of it. It's a bronze goldish kind of color. I really like it. Not a lot of people were like, oh, don't do that, it's gonna look dumb. I think it looks really good, and I like it because it gives it a really old school look, which I appreciate. As we can see, I've debadged the front. The Challenger logo is still there, but everything else is gone. It came stock, blacked out, which I'm really happy about because I would have done that either way. So yeah, as I said, we've got the cold air system, which is the air raid intake system. and you can't see it, but there is a cam in this car. It's a comps cam. The headers, you know, you've seen those before. You just saw underneath the car, possibly. I'm not sure if you could see it or not, but you could see that, possibly, again, that they're wide open. Could I have put cutouts on this car? Yes, I could have put cutouts on this car. I chose not to do that because, well, why waste the money and add the weight? I don't know, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's barely any weight, but who cares? It's worth it in my opinion. Makes it easier. You don't have to run wires. You don't have to add switches. And I like that personally. I think it's a really nice add-on. As you can see, I've got a strip here on the top. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I apologize that the car is so dirty. I've got tint. I've got stickers to represent the things that I've done. Summit. And that's where this bottle came from. And let's talk about that bottle first. So, here is the bottle that I chose. This is a 10-pound bottle, nitrous oxide bottle. It is a Zex bottle. It is not an NOS bottle. Don't give me shit. I love the way it looks. If we take it here, out in the light. Love that purple. It shines and it looks so good. But this is the bottle I chose. There we go, back one up in there for now. It's a great bottle. It's gonna do the job just the way that it's supposed to. I appreciate it. Oh, we got a car going by. Alright, so we're gonna get this installed. I'd like to get a 200 spray shot on it. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna start conservative, go about 150, see where we're at. You know, this is the slightly older school push rod technology in this engine, so we'll see how that works. I'm going to take it slow because I don't want to blow up my engine because it's going to be super expensive to go buy a new one. On to some more interior modifications that I've done. Well, you know what? Let's just overview real quick. The side badges are gone. The Dodge cap I made black. I painted the Brembo calipers, but I think I'm going to wrap them because I've done this a couple times and I'm kind of getting tired of it. Back of the car. Okay, so as you can see, the taillights are completely blacked out, but honestly, when you have it and you light it up, it doesn't really make a big difference because of the LEDs. I've got the SRT here. You know, I don't have the fancy new stuff, but that helps people know at least, you know, what I'm packing under the hood. The tips are still stock. If we come up here, open up the trunk here, I've got, well, those are the old mid pipes that were in there, which is Cooks, and I mean, they're nice. These ran several thousand miles like this, and they held up pretty well. But I've done some removal of the interior pieces in here, and then up here the Dodge symbol is gone, the chrome that was right there. So yeah, we've got the headers, we've got the cam, we're coming with heads. We're going to do a Pro Charger soon. They put out way more power than a Supercharger, so that's the route I'd like to go. Everything's ported, polished. We're going to do a new throttle body, a new fuel system, all that good stuff coming up real soon here. Oh, right. Okay, guys. So now on to Diablo Formula Racing. Diablo Formula Racing is the company that put in my cam, put in my long tubes, which are Cooks 1 7/8, by the way, and did my tune. All right. And I started watching his channel and enjoyed it. And I thought, man, this guy knows what he's doing, you know, and he does. I'm not going to take that away from him. He does know what he's doing. But in the other sense, he has no idea what he's doing as far as customer service goes. Okay, so every vehicle that I've ever seen come out of his shop was good. It was done well, and I haven't heard any problems. Example, Mike, Street Speed 717. Every single car, every single vet he's brought to Andy turned out beautiful, looked great, and he never had an issue with it. And that's awesome. But I started this build, a couple simple things that I wanted done from him, and it took him 8, almost 9 months to get it done. Now, granted, a couple of those months were because I had to take the car back because I needed it. However, when I left it for the cam, it was there for almost 3 months, guys. 3 months. And it was impossible to get a hold of this guy. I had to pull fucking teeth to get a hold of this guy. I don't care about the monetization. I'm going to say fucking because he's a pain in the ass, all right? You know, he I don't know how else to put it, man. He's impossible to get a hold of, and he took forever to put a cam in. And then when I brought it back to get a simple tune done, it was there for almost 2 months. And these are just ridiculous things. So, you know, I recommend him because he's good at what he does. However, he has terrible customer service. So expect to never get phone calls back. Expect to not have answers as much as you may like or as often as you should get them back. And expect your car to be there for a long time. So if you're somebody like me that needs it, then I don't really suggest you go to him. Go somewhere else where they can get it done. And the reason that it took that long too is I split it up. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get this done and then I'm gonna get this done because I don't want it to be there for that long. I was like, I'm gonna do this purposely, and we made that decision together when we started this build initially, so that I didn't have to leave my car there for very long. I could do a set, come back, take it, bring it home, do my thing for a while, and then bring it back, leave it for a tiny little bit of time, so on and so forth. You get the idea. So I just wanted to leave that out there because I'm a little bit bitter about it. I will be going somewhere else because my tune, as you can see, if I, let's do this. Oh, look, I still have engine lights and there's a tune in. He couldn't figure out part of it. What's up with that? I don't appreciate that at all. But, you know. Hold on. Here we go. Sorry, the music. Had to get rid of that. So I can't even get stickers put on this car right now. So it's just annoying, guys. So I hope you understand my frustration. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen, the modifications that have been done. Clearly, one thing I forgot to add, 35% window tint the whole way around. Here's that strip that I was going to show, that I was trying to show you earlier. We got a way better view of it now. Windows, by the way, that is the lady's car. It is a Jetta. You've seen it. Some things are done to it. That's all I'm going to show you of that car right now because there's a video coming out and I'm going to show you everything that's done. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Just like that, this vlog is over. Take care. Have a great day.